Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make a rack in Ableton Live. I'm using the Suite version. So let's create a new track. Just hit Control T. Actually, let's get rid of the MIDI first. Control T. There we go. Got a new track. Let's go into the device browser over here, and under the audio effects, let's pull out. Oops, what's going on here? Let's pull out a dynamic tube and drag it down here, and then a EQ3 chorus, simple delay. Actually, let's put reverb first. Sorry, reverb, and then a simple delay. All right, we got all these, and now let's press the Shift button and click the titles up at top, and now hit Control or Command G if you're on a Mac. And once you have done so, a new rack is created, and let's hit show the microcontrollers right here. Alright, after you've done that, we need to label these. Label these. So right click, rename. Let's name the first one tube type. The second one tone. The third one will just stay macro 3. Fourth will stay macro 4. The fifth macro will become chorus type. The sixth will stay itself. It will stay macro 6. The seventh macro becomes the seventh macro will become space, and the last one will be volume. So what we're going to do next is we're going to map mode all these and be able to edit them all at one time. So let's start off with the dynamic tube. You want to Control and Alt. When you do that, you click the bias one, and you want to hit Map to Tube Type. Alright, and as you see now, if I turn this, you see the bias goes up too. So we're going to do the same for the tone, the drive, and the envelope. So Control Alt drive, map to tube type, Control Alt tone, map to tube type, Control envelope, map to tube type. So these should all now be controlled by this macro over here, which they all are. And now what we want to do is press the map mode button right here. Alright? When I do this, this pops up. We're going to be going back and forth between the two. We want the drive at 5, so click on it, type in 5. We want it to stay where it is for the max at 15. The bias should be at 0 and 72%. The envelope should be at 147 and 0% over on the max. And we want the next one for tone to be 0.42, and the max is going to be negative 0.73. Oops. Negative 0.73. So once you have all this done, you can unclick the map mode back over here, and you can drag this tube type now and see they're all controlled at once, but it's different. They're not all the same anymore. They're all controlled differently. So next we're going to work with EQ3. Control Alt, press actually, yeah, we're gonna want the low and the high gain for this one. So Control Alt low gain, just click it, and you want it to go to the tone macro. And I'll do the same for gain high, tone. Now we need the map mode again. As I said, we will be switching between the two very often. And then the first one's going to be at 6. This is going to be at 0. This one's going to be at -6 and 6. So that is what we have going right now. And so we can click the map mode, because we're down right there for a second. We're going to work with the chorus next now. We're working with delay 1, delay 2, LFO amount, and LFO rate. And so Control Alt delay 1, Control Alt delay 1, map to chorus type, Control Alt. Actually, my bad, Control Z. You want to click Control Alt, and you see this little line, the level control. That's what you want to control. So do it for both. And LFO amount, control amount, chorus type. And go back to map mode again. And these are going to be at delay 1 is at 0.67. Max is at 7.09. Delay 2 is at 2.15. This one's at 11. 1.94 for the LFO amount, and 0.77. And then for the rate, it's 41. Actually, it's 0.41, sorry. And 5.30. We can unclick map mode again. We want to make the space control for the dry wet under the reverb. So Control Alt dry wet, map to space, and go back and click map mode again. Map mode, sorry. And make the dry wet, which is right here for me. We want to make that 0% and 78. And lastly, you can unclip map mode again, and we want to go to the chain. In order to do that, you have to be over here, and where my mouse is, click right here on this chain button, and Control Alt, where it says 0 dB is the volume, and we want to map that to the volume, right? Okay, and so now the volume is now controlled by that macro. And that's pretty much all you need to make your own. This is just a really, really nice, what I love to use, an effects rack. But this is just creating a basic one. And to save it, there's a little save button right where my mouse is. And save it as multi-effects rack. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it for today, guys. Enjoy and mess around with this yourselves. And you can build a grouping of effects and instruments and assemble them as serial or parallel chains and create an interface for controlling functions. This is just what I wanted to explain, and you're able to, this is just customizable DAW functions, and just a tailored set of audio tools. And I think this is really, really important for anybody trying to learn Ableton, that being able to create your own racks is really important, and just making new sounds with Ableton's DAW is really important. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on a multi-effects, creating your own rack. Thank you, and please subscribe.